Hey, it's IdkWhatsRc, and this video will be about a recent post on the Runescape official forum about the Ironman challenge. So long story short, what the Ironman challenge is that you create a new account where you need to do everything by yourself. So interacting with other players is banned, such as trading, so you cannot trade, you cannot boost, you cannot go to the current exchange, and all other stuff like that. All the rules are listed in the forum post. I will put the link in the description if you want to check it out. So I think it's very interesting. I've already been considering in the past to start a series about that. So back then it was called Do It Yourself. Now it's called Ironman. It does not really matter. But what I was planning to do was to theory craft the best way to get level 99 in all skills. Kind of like what I did with my Road to 5 build experience, but for Do It Yourself instead. So personally I think it's probably the greatest update in a very long time if this gets implemented. And another thing is that it needs to be implemented correctly, otherwise it will be a big flop. So first, the major thing in my opinion is about the spins or the treasure hunter. So it does say that you cannot acquire resource or equipment from treasure hunter, but it does not say anything about getting lamps from the treasure hunter, and this is a big thing. So if you can simply buy your way to success in this mode, there is simply no point in playing this mode in the first place, in my opinion. So obviously if you can just buy experience, then there's no point into this, for me at least. So that's one thing. And the second thing is about boosting. So in RuneScape there are many ways to boost, which is kind of understandable. I mean, RuneScape is an MMO, and the point is to have player interaction, and with player interaction obviously there's way to boost. And one thing is that they would really need to fix all of them at once if they want the update to be successful. So this includes all the minigames. They did say that you will not be able to participate in multi-player minigame, but there's a lot more than that. There's the tagging system, which is really flawed. Long story short, if you tag a monster, you will get the full experience out of it. So you just, at level 1, you hit a root, your friend killed the air root, and boom, you get 400k experience per hour at level 1. And this would simply break the whole system if it's possible to do that when the thing goes live. There are also other little things like the LRC cave. So the reason why you can go to the LRC cave at a low level is because of all the other players that protect you. But this shouldn't be possible in the Ironman challenge. And another very important thing is that they don't really have room for any error, because even if a glitch only lasts for like 1 hour or 1 day, the difference in experience between the Ironman and regular RuneScape is so big. I mean, exactly like the air route. So at level 1, the maximum experience you could expect is like, I don't know, 10k experience per hour, maybe more, 40k at the it's called the troll. But anyway, it's really low compared to like 400k if you not cheat, but if you boost. So yeah, it's really important that everything is fixed, otherwise it will be a big flop. And there are two main philosophy with fixing the bugs. So when creating the update, the first philosophy, and hopefully not the one that Jagex will choose, is to fix all the possible tricks one by one. So the player cannot play S, the player cannot play pest control, the player cannot catch King Impling if the in comes from another player. Kind of hard to fix, but yeah. And another very important issue when creating new content is that it will require extra work. So every time Jagex release something, they need to make sure that you cannot abuse a new update with other players. So it's a long-term investment, if you want my opinion. And the second way to fix boosting would be to instance every single player. So kind of like when you're doing dungeoneering, there are many people that train dungeoneering at once, but you only see yourself. Or a better example is when you do the quest Defender of Varrock. The entire Varrock map is instanced, so you don't see other players, but you're still in Varrock. So it would be to apply this, so the instant concept, but for the entire RuneScape map. Well, obviously you only instance where the player is, so it shouldn't really impact the server powers. So that would prevent for sure any possible abuse or interaction between the players for existing content, but also for future content. But the main question is RuneScape engine flexible enough to support such feature? So in certain engines, like the one I created, an update like that would be really easy peasy, but I have no clue how RuneScape is structured, but I still believe it would be the best long-term way to prevent all abuse and to support the Ironman challenge. And finally, I want to talk about the hardcore mode for Ironman. So it would be the hardcore Ironman challenge. I think it's, give me one sec. It's listed somewhere there. Oh yeah, the stretch goal, not the stretch goal, a final twist. That's it. The hardcore Ironman. So you only have one life. When you die, it's game over, and you still keep the high score. There will be a high score table. Well, hopefully there will be a high score table. It's in the list of possible things they will add. And personally, about the hardcore mode, I'm a big fan of hardcore. I've played a lot of Path of Exile hardcore, and it makes the whole gameplay experience a lot more intense. And it's also a lot more interesting to watch on Twitch because of the death reaction. I always find it really funny when someone dies. And I think it would be great on RuneScape. I remember how intense it was when I killed Jad for the very first time, because I really didn't want to die and waste like 2 hours. Now imagine if this was in hardcore, it would have been even more intense. Now there are many ways to implement a hardcore system. So right there what it says is when you're dead, it's game over. There are games that implement a system like that, like Diablo 3. So when you die, you lose pretty much everything. In Path of Exile, it's kind of different. When you die, you move from the hardcore league to the default league or the softcore league. So it's a lot less big of a deal. And another way to implement that would be that when you die, you lose all the items in your bank and in your inventory. But personally, I think the best way would be that every single Ironman player starts as a Ironman player. Every single Ironman player starts as a hardcore Ironman player, and when they die, they simply lose their hardcore status. So that's kind of like the system used in Path of Exile. So when I created my first Path of Exile character, the reason why I went hardcore was that even if I died, it would be the same thing than if I had chosen softcore. So I kind of had nothing to lose. And that's why I chose this mode in the first time, and that's how I got hooked to it. So if you want a lot of people to try the hardcore mode, you need to have a similar system, in my opinion. And another big issue with hardcore right now in RuneScape is disconnect. So normally in hardcore mode, players can disconnect instantly or at least very fast. That's a very crucial part for a successful hardcore game. So for example, in Path of Exile, you can log out at any single time in 2 clicks, basically. And people, when they play a hardcore game and they die, they want to have died because of a mistake they made, not because of their internet or because of the Jagex servers being bad, obviously. And in RuneScape, you need to wait 10 seconds after combat, which is a bit long, and I'm pretty sure that sometimes your character stays in-game a lot longer than that. So, yeah. I guess that's pretty much it about this video. I hope you liked it, and don't forget to post comments on the forum if you have any suggestion for the Jagex team, and you can also post a comment in the YouTube comment section if you have any comment about this video. So thanks a lot for watching, and see ya.